Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be cash stuffing $410. Now let me just go grab my money bag right here. Let's see how much I have here. I remember now. I've mentioned before that I was a travel agent, and sometimes what happens is that we get tips from our clients, and it is very nerve-wracking because you plan the trip for him, and I can understand their gratitude towards that. So sometimes they give you a tip, and I don't know how to react when they do so. So I actually forgot about that. So let's see how much we're working with, and then we'll just see where we can allocate this. So we have $3.75 here that I'll just put to the side because I'm gonna have to figure out if I can just give that to my mom for like bus fare and stuff. So we'll take it there. Let's see. I'm just going to count this cash real quick and I will be right back. Okay, so we are working with $505. $505. Let me just see. Minus 410. 95. Gonna have to see what happened. I know $15 is what I received from the tip. So it could be that my aunt changed her 45 and added more. So I'm going to have to see what we can do about that. I took a lot of fives today, so sometimes on my free time, I tend to watch a lot of YouTubers and kind of see what they do. And our ATMs here in Canada doesn't allow us to get tens as often, so sometimes it can be hard. So you will try to put as many tens, but for now, the fives will do. So at our ATM, sometimes when we're withdrawing money, they don't have enough tens in the machine, so it spits out a lot of five, which is kind of annoying because then I have to rebalance and reconfigure some of my cash planning and stuff on my Notion, especially for my I Love Big Bucks challenge because it's all about denomination. So sometimes when I can't get tens, it really sucks. But I'd rather have this as a problem than other life challenges that life has been throwing at me these past couple of days. So let's get started here. So here I had that I was gonna put it in my emergency envelope at 5%. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Here is my emergency envelope, and I will be allocating $60. Let me see if I remember exactly what that was. So 12 fives, right? Because there were tens before and I didn't have any, so 12 fives. Now, this at 5% is a binder that I created for an emergency to an emergency. Now, last year was a rough year for me financially and mentally, physically, emotionally, all of them. And I realized that although I had an emergency funds, I didn't actually have an emergency to the emergency because once I ran through my emergency fund, I didn't really have anything else to kind of lean back on. And it was really hard. So I have this emergency at 5% that I cash stuff. It's usually empty, but I do have a few dollar bills, but I'll leave that for when we do another cash condensing or a monthly closing. So 12 fives. Just gonna give this a good old count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. So that's $60. That's gonna go there. So I can just put this as, oh, I'll use another color. How about blue? I recently got this new pen, and it was like $3.95. Yeah, I should have probably removed the sticker. Anyways, it's really nice because I have really small, sometimes big handwriting, and I like the finer points instead of the other big ones that they usually sell at the dollar store. Okay, so the next binder is the 100 envelope challenge. For that one, I think I'll just take the denomination and just cash stuff it later on. This one I was doing $65, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 20. Wait, I was doing 60. That's 25. Okay, so 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that's 25 because I was like, what? And then 2, that would be $65. That will be allocating towards my 100 envelope challenge. Then we have the I Love Big Bucks challenge. This is my denomination challenge where I I love big bucks challenge where I give myself one bill from each denomination. My goal is one day to increase that to 2 bills, but I don't think I'm there yet. I did really like this envelope because I thought that I wasn't going to touch this money until the end of the year. And then as a travel agent, because this is like my money essentially, that I don't really have a specific folder or binder attach or associate with it, I reach out of this envelope quite often. So I think when I revamp my setup and my envelopes, I think I'm going to opt for a the one that opens on the side, which I have with my future binder, but I think I'm going to do that for my 100 envelope challenge as well, because this is getting, it kind of hurts having to go in and out every time. So keep that in mind. Okay. And then, so I did I Love Fake Box. Oh, right. Japan. So let's continue this. So I did this, put the money on the side, the I Love Big Box challenge, and then I have Japan. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have traveled recently or want to travel. If you can put down the comment section places that you either want to go or you've been. You know, as a travel agent, I'm always looking for new inspiration. Yeah, I'd be really happy to see where everybody, even where you are currently, which country you're in. I think that would be very interesting. So I have putting 55 in travel. Well, in Japan, really, not really travel. So 55, how did I do that? So 55, so that's 15, and I need 40 and 5, so 8. 1, 2, let's count that again. There should be 11 here. Beautiful. And that would be it for, I believe this was the $365 that I got from the government. So money well spent. Okay, so now I have my aunt's $45. So I'm gonna put that in on her envelope. Yes. This is my low priority binder. My aunt is right here. So she had $45. So I have a 20 here. And then 1, 2, 45. It's 9, so it has to be 9. That's $45. And then here is where it gets complicated. When I got my tip from work, I got $15. So technically, $15 is money that's mine. So that means that my aunt gave me another $60 on top of her 45. So that is all hers. Okay, so let's give this a good old count. This is giving me 125. So let's do this. 50, 70, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5. 125. See, I'm not that bad in math, but sometimes without my good old friend, the calculator, I don't know if it's just me. Besides, I studied architecture in school, and in some of my classes, 1 plus 1 was not 2. So I don't know if it's the anxiety, but it's something. I just always have to make sure that it's the right number, because I've definitely failed some tests because I assumed and it was definitely not the right answer. So my aunt's money is in her envelope, and then I have 15 bucks. I don't know what to do with this $15. I think what I would think of doing is putting it into my 100 envelope challenge. And then let me just see. I had put in 65. So this, oh god, see, this is the anxiety. The 65 plus 15, we're looking at $80. I do believe that I have an $80 envelope left. Let me just see. Be right back. Yeah, I think I have it. Here is my 100 envelope. I did see the 81. Okay. So because I live in Canada and we do not have $1 bills, which a lot of people in the cash stuffing community are American, and a lot of them cash stuff with $1, and I find it very, like, the patience that some of them have when they count all these dollar bills. Like, I have a hard times with fives, so I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but because I'm in Canada, I round all of them to the nearest 5. So 81 would be 85, and 84 would be 85, and then 85, 85, obviously. But 79, that's an 80, because I think I cashed off the 80 already. So I'm going to take my good old 79. Yeah, I have a very long way to go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this by the end of the year, but never say never. I believe in myself. Okay, $79. But this is 80. So I almost forgot. So $80 here. And then put that here. $80. And then I'm just going to put this with the other envelopes. Let me see. Maybe I should is it my pink binder? No, it's not. That is still not the binder that I'm looking for. This is my sinking funds. We're going through all the binders today. This is holidays. This used to be my wallet. So I found it. It was somewhere hiding. Now I did 79, 79, 79. Because I tackled all the big numbers, for me, it feels like I already did half of it. But now that I look and I keep looking at this tracker, I realize I have a long way to go. However, I still haven't done all the ones, the 10s, the 20s, the 30s, which seems like low denominations, but when you round to the nearest 5, like 25 all the way to 30 are all 26 all the way to 30s are all 30. So 26 will be a 30, 27 will be a 30, 8, 9. So by the end you reach 30, that's already like what, more than $100. So yeah, I really hope I can finish this by the end of the year. I think that would be, it's definitely up there with my goals, my financial goals for this year. But there's the good old tracker and the 79. Thank you again for being here and watching and going through this journey with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.